Hey, this is my documentary video. I'm sitting in my closet again. It's the one place that I feel really secure when I want to have privacy. God, today was a really boring day, and I'm really bored at my job, I'm bored at my job, and I'm irritated because I think the people are rude. I'm not talking all of them, but the secretary, she's been nicer lately, but you know what? Like I said, once you do that shit, I'm done with you, okay? Because I've been dealing with so much animosity pretty much all my life because of my family, probably. I don't want to put up with it anymore, okay? And so, once a person does that from the very beginning, some people say first impressions, that's exactly how it is, and it just ruins everything. So, not only that, it's not exciting. I feel like I'm socially isolated, and there's no way in the world I'm ever going to strike up a relationship with these people. It's just not going to happen. Then I wonder about the future, how things are going to be, how am I going to find another job, what's going to happen, this is terrible. And I was thinking today about how people just act on assumption, and it's so wrong, I mentioned in my other videos about, losing weight and taking care of yourself and then being pestered at work about it. This has happened at so many jobs, throughout the past. And I just don't understand. It's almost like I feel like Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers should have some sort of disclaimer letting people know that once they actually hit their goal weight, people are going to fucking hate them. It's bullshit, People have the right. You're supposed to take care of yourself, okay? And I don't even think I have to justify that to anybody. Their assumptions, they act on an assumption, and that's wrong. It's so wrong, I don't want people to think that I live a boring life because I want to. I mean, people want to have friendships. They want to have those sort of things, okay? But, like I said, everybody I come in contact with is always extremely intrusive, and I know that the relationship would never, ever turn into anything. I mean, I would love to have girlfriends where I can do things with, but it just never seems to work out because they come off as rude, intrusive, and just petty. So, I mean, I would have to say that my family really screwed my life up. They screwed it up big time. And I'm starting to see that my boss in Chatsworth, she was another one. I mean, they were right in the process of the mobbing process. They would come up and ask me questions I like to wear short, bold color prints. I mean, I used to anyway. And I still do, but bold color prints are big paisley prints or splotches or whatever. I love those kind of colors, And I remember somebody coming up to me and saying, "Oh, you want some attention today because you're dressed up like." People don't understand that what I do for myself. But it's nothing to do with outside people. Okay, there's a lot of things that I do that a lot of people don't like. Okay, they wouldn't choose a lot of the clothes that I wear, the color schemes that I wear. Those are for me. It's not for everybody else, okay? And, I remember being on Facebook and having somebody make a comment about, my appearance, and they were saying something about, I was some secretary or with my, and that just really pissed me off, okay? Because I'm kind of a homebody, okay? I don't hang out. I don't go out and do much of anything, really. Not because I want to be a homebody. It's just the fact that all the people that I come in contact with are just not people that I want to associate with. I mean, I want to be around people who are cool, people who have great conversations, people who have great ideas, and I like being around just clever people. And I do feel socially isolated and completely miserable where I am right now. It's really good that I get a chance to talk about my feelings because these people have been destroying every aspect of my life for the longest time on assumption, and it's wrong. I did everything I could to raise my kid and try to make a decent life for myself, not have to rely on other people, and I don't need people's bullshit and their fucking assumptions being thrown into the mix and destroying my life, okay? I have every right to take care of myself, okay? So yeah, there's a lot of resentment there. And then having to go to a job that I didn't really want in the first place, when I know that I'm deserving of more, is extremely discouraging. what bothers me the most is that people will assume things on you, or what they deem undesirable, meaning that they feel like the way I live my life is not good enough or whatever. And I personally think that my morals and standards are far more superior than most people's. Okay, and I mean, if you ask my neighbors, some people know I don't leave the house. I don't go anywhere. I mean, I don't do anything, and it's not because I want to be this way. Because I would love to go out and have drinks with friends or whatever, but it's just not here. Okay, it's just not happening. All because of the bullshit. And it irritates me. It irritates me, and it frustrates me. Every day I start on my resume to try to redo it, and I keep thinking, what is the point? I'm so afraid of being drug into an employer's office only to be fucking, harassed and bullshit. It's harassment. It is. It's harassment. And, I took my work seriously, and I deserve better, And just because somebody accuses somebody of something, they throw them into a shitty job, And they didn't even have any regard for what I wanted to do. I'm not trying to keep conjuring it up or trying to make people feel bad for the really stupid decision that they made, okay? It was stupid. It was wrong. But what bothers me about it is that they don't understand the effects that it has. I mean, and how it destroys your life, okay? And there's nothing that anybody can do to fix it. I'm sorry, it's not going to cut it. I mean, I'm sitting here worried about, I have bills to pay. I had goals I wanted to accomplish, and they're gone now. You know what I mean? And I keep thinking, okay, well, how am I supposed to deal with this? I like my life. I like the way my life is, okay, with the exception of working a shitty job, okay, and not having a decent social life, okay. I like my life just the way it is, and I don't have any intention of changing my life, okay. I don't. I like my life just the way it is. I like, I like living here with my husband. I like my son. Now my son's back at home, and I'm really fucking happy. So I'm happy, and this is all I really wanted. All I really wanted was have a decent job and settle down somewhere. I never, that's what I wanted more than anything, just to have a regular life, have decent people that I could communicate with and have a good job where I could feel stable and grow and progress, and those are the things that I wanted. And now I'm wondering what in the world is going to happen to me now. I mean, that's what makes me so frustrated. It's like I look at the want ads and I'm like, oh my God, there's nothing here. I mean, Bakersfield used to be a place that was abundant in jobs, okay? And now maybe these employers are playing games with me and just shutting me out of employment. I don't know what the deal is, but I feel like, after working in accounting for 20 years, I would find a better job than what I have now. And this is wrong. I'm exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm seriously, after wasting all that time and going to different places for job interviews, only to be psychologically harassed for bullshit, it takes a lot out of you. So you wonder, okay, well, how do I do this? You call employers, you try to get information, and you got these gatekeepers who are just fucking holding grudges, against you for whatever reason, I'm a black woman, okay, and I'm in a community that, I don't know. I don't know about that, Am I dealing with white supremacy? Are they doing that? Do they think that just because I had a child out of wedlock that I'm an undesirable person? I tried to make up for my mistake, okay? This has been going on for a long time. Like I said, this has been going on since I left the news station. And so I'm wondering, I don't know. I don't know. Because, like I said, I noticed, now I'm starting to think, I noticed that there were some things going on after I left the news station and employers rejecting me even though I passed the test. So I keep thinking that this has happened right after the news station, although I've been getting stuff longer than that. But it puzzles me and floors me and surprises me that employers would do something like this and make these kind of decisions for people based on assumption. And it's so wrong. It's just so wrong. And I can't forgive it because there's no excuse. There is no excuse for that. None whatsoever. And so I feel that now I'm just flattened. I mean, I don't have any energy. I'm drained. I'm also terrified with fear that there's another racist piece of shit out there that wants to sit here and fucking harass me. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve it at all. And I should be in a far better position than I'm in right now. And it dampers everything. It fucks up your whole outlook on life. I mean, you start looking at the people, you're thinking, well, how can I ever trust anybody again? How can I ever, how could I ever be friendly with people? How could I ever have relationships with people? It destroys every aspect of your life. Now, I just recently got in a car accident, and I got a cash settlement. I don't want to go finance a car, and I really don't give a shit. That's how much it takes out of you. I'm allowing my son to go pick up my car, which I do trust his judgment, I do, but I absolutely have zero interest in anything that goes around me anymore. And these people don't realize how much they destroy. They destroy everybody's life. And I think Steve Murray is the biggest piece of shit that ever walked the fucking face of this earth. I will never forgive that man. And he should be working day and night to fucking clear my name. I didn't do a goddamn thing to deserve this shit. It pisses me off. And how these people get respect in society, it is. I mean, I'm looking at the world with a completely different set of eyes, and I do understand that evil, rotten, untrustworthy people are the people who get ahead in this goddamn world. And that's just the fucking way it is. And just because I have high moral standards doesn't mean I'm boring. I every once in a while, I don't drink a whole lot anymore, but I don't mind going out for a drink or something like that. And, I have a great sense of humor. I don't, it's not that I'm a boring person. I just don't believe in hurting other people and doing things that really, I don't do things to other people to affect their life. I don't do that. And I would never hurt somebody like the way my family's hurt me and the way these fucking employers have hurt me. It's wrong. It's wrong. So, every once in a while it just builds up. It builds up and I just have to talk about it. It's like, I wonder what I do. What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do? It's terrifying. It is. It's terrifying. I mean, people don't understand how they squash the rights of other people. I mean, I have rights, okay? I have rights to live the way I want, and I'm not doing anything. So why these people feel like they have something against me, I have to say that it must be on race, okay? I do know that a lot of black people get gang stalked, okay, as other races. I was accused of being Muslim before, and that just really pissed me off. I mean, like, that to me is the stupidest thing. When a white person immediately assumes that you're Muslim, that's racism, okay? It's racism, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know much about the Muslim faith, okay, other than what I've read. It never even occurred to me. And I've studied into different religions, but the Muslim faith never appealed to me at all. It never occurred to me to even study it or even look into it. So I've been dealing with a lot of bullshit, just a lot of crap. And I'm being excluded from assistance in employment for no reason. Okay, like they'll help, my former boss who had a drug problem, who went to jail or whatever. And I'm not trying to bash her, okay? And she has less education than I do, and yet they're helping her, but they won't help me. That's wrong. That is so wrong. So I'm basically the only person in this town who gets excluded from any sort of assistance. That's crap. So, and I don't, when it comes to forgiveness, I'd rather just forget these people even existed, because I can't forgive them. I will never forgive them in a million years. They're not worthy of being forgiven. To me, they are nothing more than murderers. I mean, I can't forgive that. I'm not trying to, dredge up the subject, but when this happens to a person, gang stalking is a very serious issue. I can't stress it enough, and I cannot talk about it enough. I can't stop talking about it. It's terrifying. it destroys everything in your life, everything. You know, what irritates me so much is that I had these employers that knew my potential. Like Steve Murray, he knew I was a good employee. He knew I was like, you know, I deserved more. So why would he put me in this situation? Why would he do something like that? It's wrong, you know. And my family, thinking they had the right to do anything or take make decisions, personal life decisions for me. These people, I am so sorry I was ever born in that fucking family. I just can't even tell you that. I should have the most respect in this community. I should have more respect in this community for the simple fact that I have such great ethics, great morals, and, you know, and my intellectual abilities. Those are the things I should be respected for. I just got to say that this world is really, really corrupt and evil. And this town is evil. This, you know, the mayor's feet fucking evil. And these people wear a mask of fucking Christianity. These people aren't Christian. You know, I'm hoping that some people who are looking at this situation will wake up and see that this whole fucking religious facade is bullshit. It's bullshit. It's like they want to make themselves look like they're righteous people, but in fact they're really not. They're not righteous at all. They're just using God as an excuse to justify their evil. And just like, you know, all the scandals and the horrible things that happened in the past, you know, these people are no fucking different. None whatsoever. So, okay. You know, sometimes you just have to get out and talk about it, because when something like this happens, I don't trust the medical industry. I will never go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist or anything like that. It's a bad mistake, and all they want to do is pump you full of antidepressants and medication, when that's not going to take away your problem. You know, and the problem is that I've been treated like shit for no fucking reason, you know, and that is just like, you know, that's what gets me. You know, that's what gets me at night, is that you have people who think that they have the right to destroy your life because they want to. I hope that if somebody really takes their job seriously, and if you're in a position like this, you'll know never to do this again. Never do it ever in a million years. Don't think it's right, and don't think that you could. For families who think that you can make phone calls to employers and you can manipulate somebody's life, it is not. Once you do that, you cannot reverse it. You cannot change it. It destroys you forever. It does not ever. It does not ever work out. It destroys a lot of people, and I think that's one of the reasons why so many people are in this program, because people think they can take it upon themselves to do that. I haven't really dealt with any harassment lately, other than, you know, working a shitty job, which is, to me, is a form of harassment, because I didn't really want this job, and I know that I'm worth more. So it'd be better for me to hurry up and get the fuck out of that job. But I'm afraid to make a move because I'm afraid of dealing with, like, another person who belongs to the Ku Klux Klan who's in disguise. That's why I'm afraid. I'm terrified of being harassed. And these people are relentless. They know no boundaries. They think it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to psychologically abuse somebody. And even if, let's just say, for example, I was the worst scum of the earth. I mean, I was like, I don't know. I was a heroin addict. I mean, I was just a low-life scum of the earth, okay? That's no reason to hurt somebody. I mean, people, why would you kick somebody when they're down anyway? I mean, because I'm dealing with fucking evil. And that includes my own family. So anyway, sometimes I just have to say it out loud, because it's just cleansing for me. Anyway, wrapping up this video. Be back with another one soon. Bye-bye.